First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And Goff going to look to throw right away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good for the Lions.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Goff. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. Just need a yard here, second and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Out of the gun, Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Like 20.
First and
to the air again. Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. On a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
180.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Like 20.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Goff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On the keeper, here's Goff. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Running for it, Montgomery. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
First down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
And looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to the ground with Robinson. Past the 20. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Complete at the 1. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 45 yards. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Lions 7, Falcons 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Looking to throw, Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's the backup Cousins. And complete to Drake London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 19-yard line.
Hey, we're good.
Throwing is Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Devin Tompkins deep to return it. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Good route here.
Now Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins to throw it. Dumps this one off to Algier. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of 6 yards.
Cousins here going to change the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Room past the 35. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From their own 40 to the other 40, the gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And the Falcon first down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. To throw is Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it down this time in the 17. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during these series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hell, you won.
Goff now to throw. They'll find Williams on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches at the 43-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout.
That's good.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Going back to Gibbs on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Goff now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now Goff. That is caught.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
180!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Goff going to keep it himself. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here now, 2nd and goal. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. On the keeper, here's Goff. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.